Well, spoiler alert, but Leo's finally got his bionic arm. I honestly remembered that from when I previously watched the show when I was a kid. So she's waiting for it to happen. I thought it happened in a later season, but it did happen in a later season, but not the final season or the spinoff. So, I mean, it's still pretty early in, I guess. Since there's a total of 6 seasons and he gets it in, the third one. Sink or swim, so the episode starts with a two-parter. Honestly, I don't really remember that much of it. They start to give them jobs for a while, and then Bree decides to just quit. I don't remember exactly why, but she puts in her 1 week notice, and then she's never there again. But Chase didn't quit. He didn't get fired either. But I guess since Bree quit, Chase is done too. That doesn't really make sense. Principal from Another Planet, we get an alien episode. And then actually in a later season, actually in this season, I meant a later episode. But in a later episode, Leo talks about aliens versus gladiators or something like that, which is clearly just a knockoff of Star Wars. And Adam is like, oh, I always knew aliens would come to invade Earth. But it already happened. Taken was boring. 3 minus Bree. Oh yeah, there's an episode where Bree destroys her chip. She can't get her powers to work anymore for obvious reasons, but she eventually wants to be back on the team. And at the end of the episode, they're like, there's no way we can do it. We can't fix it. Douglas made the design. And since Douglas isn't here, we can't fix it. And then in the very beginning of the next episode, they're like, yeah, we can fix it. Cyborg Shark Attack was another episode where Janelle is finally doing something. Oh, the Bionics get exposed. Nothing really happens. Speaking of Bionics, Adam has this new Bionic super breath that he uses in the President episode. But like 4 episodes later, they act as if it's a new ability. I think they started filming one episode before the other, but then, made it a later episode. It doesn't make sense. Because Adam uses his breath during the President episode, and then, 4 episodes later, he uses it. And Chase is like, what? You got a new ability? And Alien Gladiators was honestly a bit of a shorter episode. That, the one episode with drone fighting was, longer. So it seems like they've been trying to shorten episodes. Spike comes back. Adam embarrasses Chase in front of his girl. Well, not his girlfriend, but someone who he wanted to at least be friends with. But, they're out to the public now. Everybody knows they have bionics. So I really don't understand why he didn't explain this situation. But I guess that would mean they would actually have to make a reoccurring character, which they haven't been really good with. Because Eddie just disappears. He was in a few episodes this season and then just gone. And same with Tasha. She's not in a lot of episodes. A lot of them are important. They use Principal Perry more than they use Eddie and Tasha. Rise of the Secret Soldiers, I'm pretty sure was a 2-parter. But the first part had nothing to do with Secret Soldiers, at all. And then, like, at the very beginning of the next episode, it's about the rise of the secret soldiers. Mary Glitchmas barely had anything to do with Glitch. Besides, near the end of the episode, we find out that Chase made these action figures so advanced they glitch just like they do. And here's something they never explain. Bree, Adam, and Chase, they have bionics, so they have to have capsules. It's literally introduced in this season that if they don't recharge after a while, they will glitch if they use their abilities. And for all the new ones on the island, they have these capsule dorms that are just thrown in like the very last episode, where they talk about Bob and Spin. So I guess they have capsules to recharge. But what about Leo? When he got his bionic arm, they never talk about making another capsule or literally anything. How are you going to introduce something in this season and then not do anything with it? And I do want to say how they have been trying to bring in more continuity this season. Because Chase later gets an argument with Bree and puts her down about what she did in this season. How she tried to destroy her chip and quit the team. She brings up the Avalanche thing where he tried to go on a mission by himself back in season 2. So they are trying to do more continuity. But they also break it during this season with Donald Davenport, of all people. Back in season 1, Leo's 14. Has a birthday, and that's when he turns 14. I'm assuming they don't say what he turns. But then, like, a few episodes later, we find out he's 14. And Chase goes, really? No, really, what's your age? And they also give us a confirmed age for Davenport in the same one. And then Chase makes the exact same joke where he goes, no, really, what's your age? So, 14 and 38. We get a confirmed age for 40 for Douglas in season 3. So that made me think that Donald and Douglas were like non-identical twin brothers for quite a while, until eventually in this season they confirmed that he's 43. How does that work? How does he go from 38 to 43? I don't understand. Yet Leo's now 16 in this season. So it's been 2 years. Okay. You are not making any sense. And then they just stop going to school. They don't say why. They're mentors now for all these people in the islands. But I guess they just graduated off screen then? Because I'm pretty sure they were like 2 years older than Leo. So yeah, they should be graduated. Besides Adam. Since, they keep trying to say how he's not that smart. Though he honestly isn't that dumb. I don't think he's even gonna get dumb in the last season or in the spinoff. But yeah, he's obviously not the smartest. And speaking of Douglas, he disappears after the final battle where they destroy Crane or whatever. He was in it for the entire rest of the season with the Bionic Island. Not one single appearance. And I don't even think Tasha was in the episode where Crane was about to take over the world and mind control the whole world. You would think we would get to see a reaction from her. Or from Eddie. But neither of them. And then the final episode is another cliffhanger. I don't know why they keep doing this. And Chase just randomly is like, well, I'm the smartest one in the group, but I'm gonna tell this guy that I just started being friends with that we beat up his dad. And then when Chase's dad gets hurt, not his real dad, since Douglas is technically his real dad, he's just like, well, nothing suspicious going on here. It was pretty dumb. And this is probably the lamest season I've watched so far. There were some really good moments and some really funny moments. But it just doesn't have the same feel as the old seasons.